Now we have another problem here. Now we have a jet of water having a velocity of, we have here 25 meter per second, and strikes a curved vane at which is moving with a velocity of, that is 10 meters per second. So this vane is also moving. So we have this vane moving at the velocity of 10 meter per second. Now the vane is symmetrical, so you will see this is the shape. This is a symmetrical shape comparing from the previous lecture that we have, no? And that the jet is deflected through 120 degrees Celsius. The jet of water is being deflected 120. Now find the angle of the jet at the inlet of the vane so that there is no shock. So, and what is, so in order na there is a smooth transition between the jet and the vane in moving. So let's have to determine what is that angle. And also, what is the absolute velocity of the jet at the outlet, so which is leaving, so the absolute velocity and the direction and the work done per second per kilogram of water. Now, assuming that the vane is smooth. Now, the property given sa problem is that we have your jet now. So that is, this is my velocity 1, which is uh, 25 meter per second. And ang meron pa tayong isa is that we have the velocity of the vane. So I'm gonna draw here the velocity of my vane. So that is V1 prime, which is equal to 10 meter per second. Okay. So you will notice here um, that the vane, we have the exerted jet and also the vane is moving with a given velocity of 10 meter per second. So eventually, it will always be mas malaki ang velocity of the jet versus the velocity of the vane. No? And due to, siyempre, we have the law from the losses niya, laws from the thermodynamics for the losses, no? So it cannot be reversible. So that's why it will always be ang velocity ng jet is always greater than the velocity of the vane. Now, from the previous lecture, you still remember, no? So from the previous lecture, okay, so let me try to highlight that one, no? So we have here the previous lecture theorem, no? So from here, neglecting the friction, the relative velocity of the jet with respect to vane so is unchanged while it flows from point 1 to point 2 so that the jet leaves the vane with the relative velocity. No? So ang big sabihin niyan is that we are merely going to consider now the velocity is using only entering the vane will be basing the relative velocity. So entering here will be more on considering or using the relative velocity of the jet with respect to vane. So ang we will be creating another angle which is entering here at point 1 will be the relative velocity at point 1 and the relative velocity also leaving the vane. Okay, so let me try to reorganize the location of my jet. Kasi nga, jet mo is, we call this, static location, no? And yung vane mo gumagalaw. So, definitely, the location of the angle of my uh, absolute velocity, which is the velocity of the jet. So, it will be relocated. So, let's try to relocate that one. Okay, so na-relocate na natin yung location ng jet, no? Since nga, sabi nga, marirelocate din siya. So, because of, is that yung jet, yung vane mo tumatakbo, and also the jet location, the spray jet location is, we call this, stationary. So, that's why, nandito lang siya, and that's why ito, gumagalaw yung vane mo, no? Okay, so that will be the ano ang pwedeng mangyari, no? So, again, so ang consideration na natin dito is that ang gagamitin natin velocity is the relative velocity of the jet. So, let's try to remove yung ano nito, ng hatch. So, and we are merely considering yung dotted line na lang ito, no? Kasi ito rin naman talaga ang magiging basis ng ating solutions, no? So, let's try to focus on this projections of line, no? So, let me relocate itong velocity, since yung velocity natin, no, is being relocated at this part. So, ito yung absolute velocity na natin. Okay? So, this is the location of my absolute velocity. Now, ang meron tayo that is relative. Now, in order to project this one here, so we'll be drawing the line here, projecting yung relative velocity na yung velocity of the vane. So let me try to draw that one. Okay, so let me draw yung line representing yung velocity, which is yung absolute velocity natin, no? So starting from here, so I'm gonna make this a solid line. So this is the velocity o yung velocity jet or the absolute velocity. Okay. Then since at this point, no, this point we have yung point na ito. So this will serve as ano natin, that will be my point 1. Okay. Then from here we have call this the horizontal component o yung x component ng absolute velocity, kasi nga from the equation itself that we are requiring the velocity at the x component, no? So for the velocity at the x component, we have this line. So yeah, so let me try to redraw that one. Okay, so yeah, so this serve as my velocity 2x. Okay. This is my velocity, velocity 1x. Then, sabi sa problem, we have yung velocity ng vane. So, let's try to draw here the velocity of my vane, which is equal to, velocity moving, vane is moving at, that will be 10 meter per second. Okay. So that is 10 meter per second moving, no? And projecting that one, so this is the x component ng absolute velocity. Now, the velocity here, we have projecting here. Ito naman yung magiging velocity ng vane mo, which is equal to 10 meter per second. Okay? Then closing, no? closing this velocity triangle, so that will serve as yung relative velocity mo. Since we are from the theorem, so everything that entering at point 1 will be relative velocity na ang gagamitin. We'll be using more relative velocity papasok doon sa point 2, point 1, no? So ito na yung mag-serve as my relative velocity at 1. Then on this side naman, we have yung tinatawag natin na normal velocity. So this is the normal velocity. I'm gonna name this one as Bn sub 1. Okay. Now from the problem, sabi doon, so we have the being deflected. So being deflected 120 degrees, no? So ito 'yon. This is 120 degrees, and bisecting this one. So sa pagitan niyan, it will be my this is my 60 degrees. Then syempre on this side, it will be 30 degrees, no? And this is 90 degrees automatically. And ito naman magiging 30 degrees. So if we'll try to project, no? Try to project yung angle na ito. So by means of theorem of opposite angle, so ito yung projection niya o yung opposite angle niya, which is also equal to 30 degrees din yung side na ito, no? Then I'm gonna name the angle in between nito, no? So since kailangan natin is the velocity 1x, no? So we need to determine what is the value of this side, no? So velocity 1x is equal to the velocity of the vane plus yung velocity ng ano nito. So let me try to name this one as my a sub 1, yung part na ito. Okay, so this will be my a sub 1, yung side na ito. So that will be the horizontal component ng relative velocity. Now if this is a 30 degrees, so it will since ito pag half revolution, it will be 180. It will be 150. Okay, so half revolution, it is 180, then minus 30, so it will be 150 degrees, no? So I will try to name this angle as my alpha on this side. Now let's draw again a projection line sa side na ito. Okay, so by means of using this projection line, so this is a 30 degrees, so automatically ang side na ito, yung angle na ito, it will be also 30 degrees, no? And then by projecting also this one, yung angle na ito, it will be your alpha. Now from the equation ng value for my f of x, so this is density fully flow rate, then that will be the velocity 1 of x minus my velocity 2 of x. So x component lahat ang kailangan natin, no? Then to get yung velocity 1 of x, so that is the sum ng dalawa na ito. Now in order na makuha natin to, so we'll be needing also the angle na ito. So it will be easier for us to solve this one if makuha natin yung will we get an angle alpha. In order to do that, we apply the sine law. So that will be yung velocity 1 that is over the angle. So opposite angle niya, it will be sine of your 150 degrees, which is equal to the side angle. So that will be yung opposite niya in this side. So that will be velocity of the vane divided by the sine of the difference angle. So that will be 30 degrees minus yung alpha. Okay. So rewriting your equation here. So we have the sine of 30 degrees minus my alpha, which is equal to the velocity prime or yung velocity of the vane divided by that will be velocity of the vane times my sine of 150 degrees, and this is divided by all over velocity of the jet. Okay, so rewriting our equation here, so that will be sine of 30 degrees minus sine of alpha. So that will be velocity of the vane times sine of 150 degrees. And this is all over velocity of my jet. So we have now the sine alpha. So transpose that will be transpose that one. So this will become my sine of 30 degrees. So minus my velocity of the vane times my sine of 150, and this is all over the velocity of the vane. Then substituting your values here, so that will be sine of 30 degrees, so minus the velocity of the vane, which is 10 meter per second, times the sine of 150, and all over by the velocity of the vane, velocity of the jet, which is 25 meter per second. So you have now the angle, which is equal to, that will be 17.45 degrees. So that will be the angle ng alpha na yun. Now, to solve the velocity 1 of x, yung velocity component at x-axis, so this is simply since we have already the angle alpha and we have the side, so this can be solved as using cosine. So we have the hypotenuse and the adjacent. So we're looking for the adjacent angle. So we have the cosine of alpha. So this is equal to the angle, and the adjacent, where my adjacent is velocity 1 of x divided by my hypotenuse, which is 25 meter per second. So I can write now that my velocity 1 of x is equal to 25 meter per second. So that will be multiplied by cosine of your alpha. Now that we have already have the velocity 1 of x, so next we're going to find out what is the velocity at the exit naman. So exiting location of the vane. So let's try to relocate this one. So this will be my point 2. And let's try to draw the velocity, which is yung palabas sa vane. So that will be the relative velocity use of 2. Then for the absolute, for the velocity of the jet, which is leaving, so I can draw here the line representing yung velocity ng velocity ng jet, which serve as my velocity 2. Okay, then closing the triangle or velocity triangle, so this will become my call this velocity ng vane, no? So you will notice the velocity of the vane is papunta towards the right side. So this is the velocity of the vane. Now, the velocity natin, let's try to project naman yung line. So projecting the line dito. So eventually, this will become my angle, which is 30 degrees. Then by means of opposite triangle, opposite angle, so this also will become 30 degrees. Now, drawing the component, the normal component of velocity. So, since this is papunta doon towards leaving the system, so this will become my normal velocity. So that will be Bn of 2, leaving the system, no? Leaving the vane. Then, okay, so referring from our equation previously, ang kailangan natin, what we need in solving the forces acting on the x component at the leaving of the jet, so that will be velocity 2x, so that will be the component of the absolute velocity on the x-axis. Okay, now from here you will notice here we project the velocity of the absolute velocity of the vane, the jet. So eventually ang magiging, what will be the x component of this one is the line towards going to the left side, no? So you will observe that the velocity is towards on the left side. Okay, so let me put the direction here to distinguish kung saan siya papunta, no? So this will become, this will be my velocity 2 of x. Okay, so you will notice here that the velocity of the vane and velocity of the 2x are in the opposite direction. Since yung velocity of the vane is going to the right direction, and also yung velocity component of x-axis ng absolute velocity is going towards the left direction. Now let's try to solve what is the relative velocity, which is yung use of 2, no, and the use of 1. Now, we can solve this one by using the velocity triangle, or we can solve this one also by using the by the difference of the velocity of the vane minus the velocity of the jet. Usually, no, we can do that one. So, but it will also it will give you also the same solution. Now let's try to use initially yung the relative velocity, which is equal to the velocity of the jet minus my velocity of the vane, no? So this will give you as answer, which is yung 25 meter per second minus ang velocity of the vane, which is 10 meter per second. So eventually we have how much? This is 15, no, meter per second. Now let's try to use using the velocity triangle, since given na rin tayo ng value natin dito. So we can try to solve this one by using this one. So since we have already the values of this one and we have also the angle, So let's try to solve this one by using ng right triangle, no? So first things first, we need to determine the normal velocity component ng atin ng velocity 1. So that will be, so that is the hypotenuse, and we have the opposite. So we'll be using the sine. So that will be sine of the angle. We have 17, no? 17.45. So this is sine of 17.45 degrees, and this is equal to opposite, that will be the normal velocity 1 divided by the hypotenuse, so that will be 25 meter per second. So we have the normal velocity 1, which is equal to, this is 7.49. This is meter per second. Now we have already the velocity ends of 1. What we're needing is, we can solve it by means of, again, right triangle, since this one is given and we have the angle, so we can able to solve this one. So again, that will be sine, no? Sine of 30 degrees. So yung opposite, that will be b ends of 1, so that will be 7.49 meter per second. So this is all over the hypotenuse, which is the relative velocity 1. So finally, my relative velocity 1 is equal to, that will be equal to, this is 14.98 meter per second, or we can round this up to 15 meter per second. So which is arriving at the same values, no? Now, in order na we can have a little error on this one. So I recommend that we use this angle on determining the relative velocity. Mas maganda siya in comparing using this one, since we are basing on the angle, since yung jet natin is on the angle side, no? So I will prefer, or I will recommend using this velocity triangle rather than using this one, especially if the jet is on, naka-angle siya doon sa vane. So that baka magkaroon ng problema, or tawag dito ng solutions, if we are merely using this one, since this is on horizontal, no? But if we are on the an angle, so it must be better na we use the velocity triangle. So highly recommend. So this is only one way of checking. So usually this can be used in horizontal horizontal location of your jet, no? But if that angle, it will be perhaps much better to use this one. It's much more correct using the velocity triangle. Now from the relation, we have yung relationship that my relative velocity 2 is equal to relative velocity 1. So this is equal to 15, no? 15 meter per second. Now, basing on this right triangle, no, since we have already given na ito yung relative velocity and it makes an angle of 30 degrees. So we can say that we can write the equation as, so this is my hypotenuse and this is my adjacent, so that will be cosine, no? Cosine of 30 degrees, and this is equal to my adjacent, so that will be the velocity of the vane, no? This is minus, no? Since we have the opposite direction, ito papunta doon and this is papunta doon. And the velocity at 2x, so this is the velocity 2x, no? So which is yung hinahanap natin. And this is all over That is, diba? So this is the adjacent, and the hypotenuse is the relative velocity, which is 15, 15 meter per second. So rewriting yung equation natin, transpose this one. So this will be 15 meter per second, and this will be multiplied by cosine of 30 degrees, which is equal to the velocity of the vane minus the velocity 2 sub x. Now, to solve yung velocity 2 sub x, so rewriting equation here, so that will be velocity of the vane minus my 15 meter per second, so times my cosine of 30 degrees. So velocity 2x, substitute velocity of the vane, that will be 10 meter per second minus velocity of 15 meter per second times my cosine of 30 degrees. So therefore my velocity 2 sub x, so it will be equal to negative 2.99, or we can say this is negative 3 meter per second. Now, going back to the equation f of x. So my f of x is density, volume flow rate, and velocity 1 of x minus my velocity 2 of x. So my f of x is density, volume flow rate, then the velocity 1 of x, so that will be 25, no? So let me try to rewrite this one. So this is 25 meter per second times the value that will be cosine of my angle, which is 17.45 degrees. Then this is minus velocity 2x, which is negative 3 meter per second, close parenthesis. Okay, so we have your f of x. Now, the problem does not specify yung value ng density and the volume flow rate. Now, if we will try to look, no, it will try to check, no, this yung density, that the unit is kilogram cubic meter, no, and multiply it by the volume flow rate, that will be cubic meter per second. So usually we have the unit which is yung mass flow rate. So since it does not specify what is the size of the jet, and it does not specify what is the density of water, so we can assume now this is the unit is kilogram per second. So we can use one, assumingly we're using a 1 kilogram per second for the mass flow rate. So this is a mass flow rate already. Then multiply this one, again rewriting my equation here, copying from the previous, no? And this will be cosine of 17.45. So this will become positive 3 meter per second. Okay, so my f of x equal to, this is 26, no? 26.85. So again, the units will be now become Newton. Now, the question here, so initially, what is the absolute velocity of the jet at the outlet? Now, so referring to the velocity triangle, so we have already the velocity 2x, and we don't have the value ng normal velocity in order na makuha natin yung absolute velocity. So, in order that one, again, we go use again the trigonometric functions, trigonometric relations dito. So, we have here the adjacent, and we have the opposite side. So, para makuha natin ng normal velocity. No? Now, using the tangent para makuha natin yung normal velocity. So, that will be tangent of 30 degrees. So my opposite here, that will be the normal velocity 2 over it could be over the velocity of the vane minus my velocity 2 sub x. Okay. So substitute yung values. Let's start to substitute. So we have the base n of 2 and this is all over velocity of the vane, that will be 10 meter per second, so minus negative 3 meter per second. So finally my normal velocity 2 is equal, so this is 7.5 meter per second. Now we have already the normal velocity, and also we have the value of the velocity 2x. So we may able to get the absolute velocity. So by using Pythagorean theorem, velocity 2, so that will be the square root. So this is velocity 2 sub x squared plus the normal velocity, that will be velocity n2, that will be squared. So substitute the values here, so we may able to get yung absolute velocity value. So 2x, so that will be negative 3 meter per second, and this is squared plus the normal 7.5 meter per second, so this is squared. So velocity 2 is equal to, that will be 8.07. So this will be meter per second. So that is the value ng absolute velocity. Now for the angle, so this one. So let me give this angle name. Let's give this angle name beta. So now to solve the angle, so we have already the opposite and the adjacent. So let's use the tangent also. So that will be the tangent of your beta. So your opposite will be the normal velocity 2 divided by the adjacent velocity 2 sub x, and the normal velocity is 7.5 meter per second. Then the velocity 2 sub x, so that will be 3, no? So it will be 3 meters per second. So my beta here is equal to, so this is 68.19 degrees. Now this serves as the direction orientation of the absolute velocity, which is referring from the horizontal line. So next we proceed what will be the so we have already the magnitude and direction. Next you'll be needing to solve the work done per kilogram of the water. Now for the work done, so this is simply as your f of x multiply with the velocity of your vane. So my f of x, that will be 26.85 Newton multiplied by the velocity of vane, that will be 10 meter per second. So we have 268.5. So this is watts. Now, so we have already completed So if the problem is looking for, let's say, the efficiency of jet, so we may able to solve that one also. So efficiency of the jet. So efficiency of the jet also, we can able to solve that one. So that is simply as your um, uh, work done or the output power. Okay, and this is all over divided by the input kinetic energy, and this is per second. So since the mass flow rate there is also 1 kilogram, so automatically your net of the jet, so work done, that will be 26.85 Newton, and this is all over divided by, and this is 1/2 mass flow rate times the velocity, no? Velocity of the jet, that would be velocity 1 to be squared. Okay. So let's say now your efficiency of the jet, so that would be 26.85 Newton, and this is divided by 1/2. Then the mass flow rate, so ginamit natin kanina, we used previously, that would be 1, no? That would be 1 kilogram per second, multiply with the velocity of the jet, which is 25 meter per second. So this is squared. Okay. So we have, so times 100, so this is equal to 8.59. So this is percent, no? So yun lang naman pag hinanap yung ano, if ever na hinanap yung efficiency of the jet. So we can use this equation. So what is the efficiency of the jet? Okay, so yun, yeah, 8.59. So less efficient. Okay.